Okay, we're at the Toronto Hobby Show 2009, and we're here with my good buddy Clouse. Clouse, you got a Viking ship here. Where did you get how did you ever come up with a Viking ship?
Well, I went on a trip through Norway and ended up in the Viking Museum in Oslo, and I saw 3 Viking ships, and one of them is the original of this one. This is just a model about 16 times smaller than the original.
And now this one is actually the Osberg burial ship as well, right?
Correct, yeah. I bought plans from a company in Denmark and built the boat accordingly, but I enlarged the plans. So this is larger than whatever you see as a kit boat.
How do you propel the boat through the water?
Well, with the oars. They row on one side or they row on the other side. They row on both sides in unison. So everything is set up all right.
Wow. Now the boat is going right back, to the medieval times, I take it, when the Vikings were around, even before the medieval times. This is going way, way back.
Well, the original was built probably around 800 AD.
Wow.
And that's 1,200 years ago, and you still can see it in well-preserved condition in the museum.
Mm-hmm. Now, how long did it take for you to build this?
It took me probably about 500-600 hours. I didn't count the hours.
But a lot of time.
You just try this and try that. It's not just the building; it's developing of the mechanism.
How many services does it take to run all this?
Well, I have 7 channels in use when I run this.
So you need a 7-channel radio, obviously.
I have an 8-channel radio. The sail goes up and down. The rudder goes left and right. The oars go on one side, the oars go on the other side. So each side needs a clutch and a channel and a servo to engage the clutch, and so that's all controlled by the radio.
Was that created by you? Did you create all that? Did you have to figure that all out?
That was my brainchild.
There you go. Look at that, he's a brainchild here. Fantastic, Clouse. Okay, Clouse, you know what? Let's go take a look at the water. Put this boat in the water and let's go have some fun. See how they roll along the water. First of all, what we're going to be showing you first, this gentleman here, Clouse, he actually went all the way to Oslo. And he actually went to the museum where this boat is actually there. It was built in 800 BC. He actually went there, AD, 800 AD, this boat was built. It was actually called the Osberg burial ship, and this is what the Vikings actually buried people in. They took them out and they had like a burial procession very similar to what the Egyptians did. And you can imagine, this took almost 2 years to build, guys. He actually figured out how to make the oars work. All this stuff you see on that boat is all handmade, everything. And watch in a sec, he's even going to lift the sail for us. Everything is all working. Look at that. Isn't that great, folks? Let's hear it for him, folks. This is a labor of love. He's really did a great job. Well, Clouse, that was amazing. Thanks a lot. There you go, folks. He built a beautiful boat. Lots of care was taken with this. He went to a museum and saw a great Viking ship. Go out there, you builders. I want to see some more boats next year. Thanks a lot, Clouse.
Thank you.
Now it's time for the big boys with cool toys tech tip of the week.
Hi, I'm Alex Morgan from Big Boys with Cool Toys. Today's tech tip, I want to talk to you about how important it is to buy a temperature gun. With the temperature gun, you can range the temperature between 0 and 400 Fahrenheit. Now, nitro-powered engines, the optimal temperature to be running a nitro-powered engine is between 200 and 250. If you run an engine any hotter than 250, you have the chance of causing engine damage, like overheating, the truck stalling, or possibly blowing out your glow plugs and having to replace those every time that you go out and run. If your engine's too cold, you're not running the truck at maximum performance, possibly doing all those wheelies and tricks that you like to do, and also the glow plug could possibly get filled up with all that extra gunk and bacteria because the engine's not performing at perfect temperature, which it's not burning all the excess fuel off the glow plug. Now, with the temperature gun, I also recommend to buy the tuning screwdriver. Tuning screwdriver is only a couple dollars more, but it allows you to get in and access the high-speed needle, the low-speed needle, and the idle screw. These are the two key things that I recommend buying when you're starting with nitro-powered engines. And that is Big Boy's Tech Tip of the Week.